In a picturesque village nestled in the rolling hills of Tuscany lived a quiet, shy young man named Luca. He dressed plainly and found solace in the pages of his beloved books. His best friend Isabella was the village elder's firstborn daughter, a beautiful and popular girl who seemed to light up every room she entered. Luca had loved Isabella for as long as he could remember, but every time he tried to express his feelings, she gently rejected him, insisting they remain friends. Heartbroken but understanding, Luca continued to cherish their friendship. One fateful day, while walking through the village, he saw Isabella being kissed by another boy. His heart shattered into 1,000 pieces. It was then he realized he needed to change something about himself. Determined to reinvent himself, he packed his bags and left for Paris, where his friend Pierre lived. Pierre was a playboy who always seemed to get any girl he wanted, and Luca hoped to learn from him. 3 months later, Luca returned to the village in a sleek Benz. He stepped out of the car, looking sharp and well-dressed. From the other side of the car, a stunningly beautiful lady emerged. The villagers were amazed, and the women couldn't stop staring at Luca. Isabella saw this and felt a sting in her heart. She was happy her best friend was back, but something had changed. She tried to hug him, but he stopped her with a handshake and a polite smile. The beautiful lady enrolled in their school, and soon Luca became the talk of the village. His transformation was remarkable, and everyone wanted to be around him. One day, during a school assembly, Luca was asked to give a speech. His eloquence and confidence left everyone in awe. Isabella watched from the crowd, feeling a mix of pride and jealousy. She missed the quiet, bookish Luca who used to confide in her. Now he seemed distant and unattainable. Another incident occurred during a village festival. Luca and his girl performed a dance that captivated everyone. Isabella felt a pang of regret as she watched them. She had taken Luca's affection for granted, and now she was paying the price. She couldn't help but feel envious of the girl who seemed to have captured his heart. From Isabella's perspective, every interaction with Luca was a reminder of what she had lost. She missed the way he used to look at her, the way he used to care. Now he was polite but detached. She felt a mix of sadness and longing, wishing she could turn back time and change the way things had unfolded. Despite her feelings, she couldn't help but admire his transformation. He had become everything he had aspired to be, and she was proud of him, even if it meant he was no longer hers. She tried to focus on her studies and her own life, but her thoughts always drifted back to him. One evening, as the sun set over the village, Luca approached Isabella. She felt her heart race, unsure of what to expect. He smiled warmly, and before he could say anything, Isabella blurted out, "Luca, I need to tell you something." He looked at her, his eyes filled with curiosity. "What is it, Isabella?" She took a deep breath, her heart pounding. "I was wrong to push you away. Seeing you now, I realize how much you mean to me. I don't want to be just friends anymore. I want to be your girlfriend if you'll have me." Luca's eyes widened in surprise, and then a warm smile spread across his face. "Isabella, I've always loved you. Of course, I want to be with you." They embraced, and the villagers who witnessed the scene cheered. It was then that Luca turned to the crowd and introduced the beautiful girl as his cousin. The relief and joy on Isabella's face were evident, and she couldn't help but laugh at her own assumptions. In the end, Luca and Isabella found their way back to each other, their relationship stronger and more resilient. The girl he brought to the village, his cousin, became a dear friend to both of them, and life in the village returned to its familiar, comforting rhythm.